Speed 85 WPM. Be ready. 5 seconds. Madam Speaker, having spoken about how revenue was frittered away, now let me touch upon how the investments were misdirected. There has been focus on sanctioning projects rather than completing them. In the last 30 years, as many as 676 projects were sanctioned worth rupees 1,57,000 crore. Of these, only 317 projects could be completed and 359 projects remain to be completed, which will now require as much as rupees 1,82,000 crore. In the last 10 years, 99 new line projects worth rupees 60,000 crore were sanctioned, out of which only one project is complete till date. In fact, there are 4 projects that are as old as 30 years but are still not complete for one reason or another. The more projects we add, the thinner we spread our resources and longer it takes to complete them. I am sure if this trend is allowed to continue, many more thousands of crore will get spent, yielding hardly any returns. Madam Speaker, having spoken about never-ending projects of Indian Railways, let me throw some light on the kind of priority accorded in choosing projects. It is investment in doubling and tripling to decongest the overutilized network, which brings money to railways. On the other hand, construction of new lines most of the times do not even meet operational cost, as there is no commensurate demand. In the last 10 years, Indian Railways made an investment of over rupees 41,000 crore in laying 3,738 kilometers of new lines. On the other hand, it spent only about rupees 18,400 crore for doubling of 5,050 kilometers, though it was a priority for the health of the system. Railways serving the social obligation would not have been an issue. However, in the name of social viability, the chosen projects were populist in nature, bringing hardly any revenue to the railways. Investments continued in non-remunerative projects in the name of social responsibility. On the whole, neither the projects brought returns to railways nor the social responsibility was met in full for many years. This mismanagement and apathy brought railways into the situation of severe funds crunch for many years, which is a result of the decade of golden dilemma, the dilemma of choosing between commercial viability and social viability. Madam Speaker, I am sure my esteemed predecessors were aware of this precarious situation, but they, however, fell prey to the NASA of claps in the House when they announced these projects. Madam Speaker, I also can get claps from this august House by announcing many new projects, but that would be rendering injustice to the struggling organization. I would like to take claps throughout the year by setting things in order. This state of affairs of Indian Railways needs immediate course correction. Among the many corrective steps that I have planned out, fair revision was one which was a tough but a necessary decision. Madam Speaker, Railway PSUs have done very well and are financially sound. I propose to launch a scheme to bring in investable surplus funds of railway PSUs in infrastructure projects of railways which can generate attractive returns for PSUs. Growth of railway sector depends heavily on availability of funds for investment in rail infrastructure. Internal revenue sources and government funding are insufficient to meet the requirement. Hence, Ministry of Railways is seeking cabinet approval to allow FDI in rail sector. There has been a lot of talk about public-private partnership for raising resources. Railways, being a capital-intensive sector, have not been successful so far in raising substantial resource through public-private partnership route. Madam Speaker, it is my endeavour to pursue this in right earnestness. It is our target that bulk of our future projects will be financed through public-private partnership mode, including the high-speed rail which requires huge investments. Madam Speaker, apart from mobilizing resources, I also need to strategically manage other aspects of railway planning and administration.